Hey guys, how you doing? Alex Abate with Abate Landscape. Today is Easter Sunday. Usually I always take this day off, but with the coronavirus going around, a little bit nervous about work and if I'm going to still have a bunch of work coming up here. So I thought I'd make a quick video for you guys and just talk about a few things that I got going on. And today I am going to edge probably about 15-20 yards of mulch, get it all edged out, ready for tomorrow, me to bring the mulch. No mulch place is open today, so. Also wanted to go over a couple things about my new blower. Well, not new, it was new last fall. Sorry about all the traffic, it's Easter like I said, so a couple things I want to talk about the new blower. It's the EVZ 8550. I love the blower. It's got super powerful compared to my EVZ 6500. It's a huge step up, obviously. The 8500 is a huge step up, but this is even more so. I love it. Now I'm thinking about switching to Echo for the PB8010 or even the Steel BR800. I haven't used the BR800X or the 800, whatever it is, C. I don't know, whichever one they have. But I wanted to go over a couple things about the Redmax that really bothered me. So it's actually a really nice blower, powerful. I've loved Redmax. They're tried and true. I've had them since I started my business, so I figured why not give them a shot again. This time, it's not so much the blower power that's not there. It's not so much the quality of the engine or anything. It's more the quality and craftsmanship of the blower assembly itself. So the housing that sits that holds the fan, the fan shroud, there's a net that goes around to catch all the leaves and debris so they don't get sucked into the fan itself and then get blown out of the tube. That piece is rubbing up against the shroud so bad that it's actually starting to wear away at the shroud. I have wear marks all the way through. I'm going to make another video and show you guys the wear marks. And they're bad enough where it's like concerning that it might actually burn right through the plastic over time. Then it's going to create a whole new problem with not enough airflow, or it's going to not be blowing as hard because there's holes all the way through my fan shroud, and I don't want to have to replace that. I mean, the thing's not even a season old. So I think that's actually on Redmax. That's like a flawed, whatever you want to call it. It's like a flaw in their design. Either that or I got a shitty blower. But I wanted to go over that. And I also want to tell you guys, even though the coronavirus is going around, keep your distance from people, but still try to push jobs. Push. You want to get as much work in as you can while you can, if you can. Some states are completely shut down. If you're non-essential, well, I'm probably not an essential worker, but I'm outside. I'm keeping my distance from people, usually around 10, 12 feet, even further sometimes. Some people will talk through their windows and I'll walk around their yard. So now I'm even getting more calls than I was last year at this time. My schedule's filled up like boom, 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 boom. Already into May for scheduling, and it's April. I mean, I was in May, mid-March. I was already scheduling into May. So now I am going to do this job today, Easter Sunday. And if I could go out with my kids and stuff and like go enjoy the day, I probably would have taken today off. I really need to get this job done. If I don't get done by Monday, then it's pushing my other cleanups back, and I'm supposed to be done with this job. Realistically, it was supposed to be done yesterday, but the cleanup took so long because the wind was so bad when I was cleaning her yard up. The leaves just kept blowing back and blowing back. It took 2 days to do a cleanup. A cleanup that would usually take me 5 hours took me over 12. Which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. And you can't charge someone more because the wind's blowing. You gotta keep, you kind of eat the bullet. You bite the bullet on that one. But the blower really pissed me off when I looked at it yesterday and saw that the fan shroud was getting all chewed away at by that stupid little net. And could I take an angle grinder and grind that section down? Maybe, but if I did that, it's gonna void my warranty. It's also going to cause issues, probably sucking in more leaves than it's supposed to. It's probably sucking in more leaves than it's supposed to now because it's sticking this far away from the shroud, and every time it hits your back, it's pushing up against that shroud. And that wear through is like really, really, I mean, that's like a serious flaw. That's like your tube falling off every time you're blowing. Like, that's something that's on them, I would assume. I didn't assemble the blower, they assembled it. I bought it assembled. So I'm gonna call Redmax tomorrow, and I never call back and complain about it. If something's like, you know, if it's a little problem, I usually end up trying to fix it myself or finagle it some way, whatever I can do to make it work. But that's serious enough where I'm actually going to call them and see if my warranty covers it. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to switch blowers completely. I'll probably end up selling the Redmax and just buying all Echo or all Steels and just going with them from now on for trimmers, blowers, and whatever else I might need down the road. I was actually looking into Redmax commercial line mowers too, because I just saw that they have mowers that I never knew about them making zero turns. I knew about Husqvarna buying them out, and Husqvarna owns them, so I knew about Husqvarna zero turns. Don't really want one of those. If anything, I wanted a Redmax, or I wanted I want a Laser Z, but that's not really in the budget right now. I don't have 15 grand to blow on a mower, especially when you add the bagging system. It's probably right around 15, 16 grand. Well, at least for the one I want. You get a radius or whatever for like 10 grand with the bagging system, but those aren't technically commercial mowers, and I want something that is technically a commercial mower. I've also been looking into the Hustler Super Zs or the X1s, which are sweet mowers. I heard nothing but good things. The cut quality is like right up there with Skag, if not better, and they're faster mowers. You can cut grass at super speeds and it still bags it awesome, I guess. So I'm super excited to try one of those things out and see how it does. I don't know how these big companies like get people to send them mowers to demo for like 3 days or whatever. I'm a small little guy that has, you know, 30, 40 accounts for himself. I've been in this business for maybe 2.5 years. But these guys that have their enclosed trailers and they're all decaled up and doing great things, these guys get to demo the mowers and find out what they like, what they don't like, whether they're going to buy the mower or they're just going to send it back and be done with it. I want to find something that is something nice that I could stick with for a few years, you know, put a couple thousand hours on it and then sell it and upgrade again and probably buy the same exact mower, just a newer model. I just want to find what I like. So right now I'm running a John Deere zero turn, and I love the John Deere. It's actually a residential machine, like a high-end residential. So I have that online for sale for $4,200. Doesn't have a ton of hours, like 250 hours, 260 hours, something like that. I also have a 2000 Turf Tracer. That's an old machine, but it runs great. Cuts lawns beautiful, white stripes all the way through without even a striping kit on it. And then those are my two mowers. I have a cheap little 6x12 trailer. I need to buy a rack this year for my trimmers. I have an Echo trimmer and I have a Tanaka trimmer. And the Tanaka, before that, I had a Makita MM4 25cc trimmer, whatever it was. That thing was sweet. That went through anything. I'd put the brush cutter on that and go through, I mean, I would go through the woods and clear out people's saplings for them just using that. I never had to touch a chainsaw or anything. So that was awesome. That blew up on me, I think, a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer. So I bought the Tanaka. My uncle owns a small dealership and he sells those. So I was like, you know what, for $200 I'll try it out. That thing's sweet. 22cc, it like chews through anything. It's better than my Echo. What is it? The 225 I have? I think it's a 225. And I was gonna try the 2620, but they wouldn't demo me one, so I didn't end up getting one. I'm not gonna spend $500 on something if I didn't try it, you know? Like, I wanted the pass system so I could switch off the heads and get the paddle broom or whatever else I wanted for it. But I'm not gonna spend that kind of money if I can't try it. Like, if you can't try it, you don't buy it, right? Unless it's like kind of cheap. At least that's the way it goes for me. So I knew the Redmax was a tried and true blower. I bought that for $469. It was a sick deal. They're usually $569 or $579. I got it for like $110 off or $100 off, and I just hopped on it. You know, one day I think I was working one day. I was on Facebook Marketplace or something like that on my lunch break, and I don't really take a lunch break, but I was taking a 10-minute break, and I was going through, and I found those for $469 or $509, something like that, and I was like, oh, nice, man, hold me one, I'll be there tomorrow to pick it up. And he's like, sweet, you come tomorrow, it's actually $469.99. I was like, wow, $470, done. So I went the next day and I picked one up, and I have not regretted like the power, like I told you guys. I haven't regretted anything about it until I saw that fan shroud yesterday, and that really bothered me, because I take care of my stuff really well. So first thing to go was the back pad fell off. Same thing happened to my 6500. That's fine, I can live with that. Comfortability for a blower is obviously huge. They're not really comfortable, but I can wear it for 8 to 10 hours and I'm all right. I take it off between. I don't just run 10 hours straight like some of these crazy guys that are wicked fast. So I'll take it off every couple hours or so, and then, you know, refuel every hour. So I'm taking it off then too. But that bothered me. The fan shroud thing really bothered me. I cannot deal with that. If I'm gonna have a blower with flaws, it's got to be something so minor that it doesn't bother me. Like you have to buy an air filter every 2 months or something because the air filter clogs up. Something silly like that I could do. Just keep a couple on hand. But this is like a major, I would call it like a structural problem. It's like the integrity of the blower is at stake, right? You eat through the fan shroud, and then you have serious problems, and no one wants serious problems, especially when they're out on a job and you need to get that job done. And if you only have one blower, a lot of guys only have one blower. I luckily have two, but my other one just died. The coil went on that one, and then I bought a new replacement coil, and that coil didn't work for it. So now I'm gonna have to go and order another replacement coil and make sure it's the right one. I tried to make sure it was the right one. It said direct fit. I tried it on, didn't work. I know how to space out the coil with a business card and everything. Did not work, did not stick, didn't, you know, it was rubbing on the magneto every time I pulled it. So I don't want to wear that out, or else I'm replacing more parts. So next thing I do, talk to Redmax. Hopefully they honor that. They say, yeah, you know what, bring it back down to your dealership. We'll either give you a new one or fix the one you have, put a new shroud on it and fix that net. Or they might say, like, hey, no, that's not part of the warranty. You have to just either deal with it or buy a new blower. If they say that, boom, I switch companies like that. And I am not afraid to just go out and spend $500, $600 on another blower, or maybe buy two blowers from Echo and one from Steel, and see which one I like better, and then run that line from now on, whichever one I like. Echo, I always thought was like a chintzy brand, like kind of like an off name, not really a big deal. Now I'm starting to see more guys driving by with their landscape trailers, and it's all Echo PB8010s or PB770s or whatever they might have. Trimmers, I see a bunch of guys, commercial guys, running the Echo trimmers. That's why I bought one of those. Actually, it's pretty sweet so far. It's a $200 trimmer, and that thing's awesome. I mean, it is awesome. It's reliable. Second pull, it starts every time. Sat through a full winter, boom, right when I started up in the springtime, started up third pull. So I guess this is more of like an equipment video and like what I'm thinking right now and where I'm at right now and what I might get next. And I just want people's opinions on like what they have. What do you guys run? What's the best blower for you guys? Comfortability wise, power wise. What do you think the most reliable blower is? Is it the Redmax? Is it the Husqvarna? They're the same thing really, I think, but I mean, I know Husqvarna has like the chest strap, and that's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like that'd be more comfortable. You could hold it longer and not have to deal with like the lower back pain or whatever you might have. It doesn't really bother me to hold the 8550 for extended periods of time, like I said. So, but I think a chest strap would help. I mean, it just alleviates a lot of stress from your back, because your body's holding more of the weight, not just your back. And the shoulder straps are pretty uncomfortable on them. So like I said, I bought it. The engine's tried and true. It's really the 8500 engine, just turned up a bit. Maybe a different tube or whatever they threw on there. I do like the blower, and I'd really hate to go and switch to something else, because I wanted to get into their lines of trimmers too. Like I said, maybe potentially a zero turn from them, because I haven't seen many of those out there. But let me know what you guys use for zero turns, what you use for trimmers, what you use for blowers, and let me know what the best in your opinion is. And I want to know that and figure out what I can do differently to better my business, to be more efficient, to just kind of get a grip on like what's worth it. Thanks guys. All right, hit like below, leave some comments, make another video later. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Seriously, I would love that. I'm gonna add like 1 million more videos, so you guys will see a lot more of me. Thanks guys, see you later.